Alright, hey y'all, it's Pizza Hulk. I'm here in Call of the Wild and Silver Ridge Peaks. And I'm doing a little bit of series here. Well, something I do a lot of. Little first looks at maps, finding zones, and what has become a bit of a habit. Maps after the reset, right? So, I've been doing some work here on Silver Ridge. This was always one of my favorite maps. I think it'll continue to be a pretty good map. But I definitely don't consider it to be quite the same map that it used to be. How about that? So what I did was, what my big plan was, get in here, work the water, and find zones that. Well, first of all, I wanted to find a bunch of elk zones because I didn't have a lot of elk zones on my old map. It's not that I didn't have them; they were just buried, right? Buried under other zones. And then they had that ridiculous, 30-minute time for them to hunt. So it was extremely expensive to hop around to the lakes. And just dumb in general. Uh, and kind of hard to tell when and where you needed to be. So they extended the elk drink time to what is more of a normal drink time. And that I am very appreciative. Absolutely, 100%. But is that same bear? Oh. So yeah, that was the plan. Get out there and that's a that's a three. No, no. Yeah, that's a three estimate on a level one female. Guess that's just the deal. Maybe I've never noticed that before. So anyway, yeah, hit the water, get those elk. Ooh, get those elk zones in there, and yeah, he's gone. Then go look for bison, and after that, mule deer, right? Because I felt they were pretty underrepresented uh, on my old map, and I really wanted to try to avoid, mountain lion zones. I was going to try to avoid, pronghorn drink zones. Just try to get what I wanted on the water first, you know. And then go in and fill in. And that way, I have the zones I was missing before. Hey. No, it's not that far. I want to get up there. Right. There's a stand not too far from there. So I went and got all that stuff down. And then we start to run into the problems with what I will say are the problems with Silver Ridge, bears in general, and sort of this game right now. See, I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Hold on. Let me just finish doing with the. Hold on. All right. I was trying to pour myself a caffeinated beverage. But yeah, I just there's some things I'm questioning. We'll just leave it at that for now. You know, first of all right, well, let's start with the obvious one: the bears. All right, the bears drink at night now, uh, which okay, but bears only drink at night now, like period, on any map that black bears are on. Now I don't know how it affects brown bears. Or grizzly or whatever, but I know when I was in the Yukon checking that map after the reset, the bears were definitely not out at the time that they used to be. I'm going to assume they all bears are at 20. 8 o'clock. Dark. Now, what do you say about this? Pizza, do you only hunt bears in the water? Nope, I don't. But it sure is convenient, and particularly if you're grinding bears, right? And even more so if you're trying to get the great one. Just put this over there. How are you even going to see it? I mean, obviously it'll show up as a 10, but you're really not even going to know what it looks like until you get right on top of it with your light. Which to me seems a little weird, right? So now you got to try to find out feed zones and rest zones to hunt your bears in. Are you going to pick one? You're going to hunt only feed zones? Because that's how the grind kind of works. Because you're sort of guaranteeing that you get a shot at every single whitetail zone, red deer zone, and black bear zone. And you can't, so you got to go find all these zones, these feed zones and everything all spread out everywhere. And you might have more than one time to look for them on certain species in particular. We're talking about those bears right now, though. So if you hunted, if you play this game, you know that this map aside, hunting feed zones is more like I have some favorites some places and a couple good spots set up that I can go do that, but you can't really set up your tripods and your little hop around tents around the lakes and everything, and so it's adding, you know, a degree of difficulty, making things a little tougher, right? And I'm generally not too opposed to something like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, yeah, make the game harder. That's fine. Challenging. We'll use that word. Ooh. challenging. Yeah, you saw me, didn't you? Actually, you've been the biggest one I've seen so far. So why don't we see if we don't get it in your lungs then, huh? This guy dances. What are you doing? First of all, they got all these improvements. They still haven't fixed his damn dog. Let's talk about that for a second. And he's louder now. Gotta hear him stomping all over the place. You know, maybe I want to manage my dog like I want to manage my dog. Say your last goodbye, my friend. But anyway, so that to me seems like a really strange move. To put a species drinking on all maps in the dark. He was a bit more of an angle than I thought, and that's kind of high. Not to mention the people, the content makers, the YouTubers and the Twitchers and all those folks, right? Like, how motivated, first of all, it's one thing when you're out here and you can see all these, first of all, right, hunting at night in this game sucks. Let's just to be real open about that. It really sucks. The night vision sucks. The scope sucks. The binoculars are, you know, there's a little bit of a moon out. They're almost worthless. You might as well use your regular binos, which can still pick up and spot animals, but you can't see and spot things like you can at night. Out there, you know, whether it be in the woods, or out in these open fields, you're just not going to be able to see all that stuff. Two, this little thing that isn't hardly doing anything right now, see, the dog shouldn't be able to push me off. That's all I'm saying. The dog's been out for how long now? It makes it really difficult to see, right? And even though I can see with it, it won't really show up in the broadcast very well. That's right. So all those great one grinds that people were filming and, or, you know, broadcasting and recording and putting out there for the bears. I mean, if they didn't get one yet, have fun finishing that series in the dark, bro. And let's say you're newer to the game and you've gotten into this and you want to broadcast some hunts and you want to broadcast a great one black bear hunt and enjoy having all those viewers watching you stumble around in the dark, because that's basically what you're going to end up doing. Just doesn't make sense. And, you know, so basically, I guess it's slowly but surely becoming, you know, all the red deer drink at the same time. I guess all the whitetails will end up drinking at the same time. Mule deer too, right? So I guess if you go to a new map or you go to a map, at least you know when things drink. Right? But again, I'm just going to say overall, I think it's a weird and poor decision for an entire species on your map and your game. only be available on the water at a certain time. And if you're one of those people that needs, I want immersion, I want this, I want that, it doesn't make any sense at all that a species would only drink at one time in different parts of the world. With different types of bears. I'm just saying, 8 o'clock at night in the Rocky Mountains is not the same time as 8 o'clock at night in Alaska. Right? Not to mention, uh, hunting the water in particular is a good way for beginners to get some animals to figure out time. See, the other thing that I do when I get on a new map or one of these resets, I go to the water first. And the water will tell me that these deer drink at 10 to 1, right? So I know from 10 to 1, I don't need to look for those animals anywhere because they're going to be on the water. What a crazy thing. You know what I also know? Because of that? That before 10 o'clock, they're doing something else. They are eating or sleeping. Let's go stir up these pronghorn. I want to get to the top of this hill so I can get a view, though. Maybe we'll run into one. So to make a great one, and then completely stick that in, you have to do it at night, is like, yeah, we will. I'm gonna get this one right here. Oh, no. A little too quick. The dog got in the way, of course. There we go. There's one. Oh, not quite quick enough on the draw today. Well, no, actually the gun was up. I just didn't pull the trigger. Probably could have made that shot. Right, let's get back down. See if we can get some more zones. Ooh, hey buddy. Have a quick look around. I might shoot that 4 though. It just seems like, I don't know, like that nobody was thinking. Or they were and they just didn't give a shit. It's kind of my conclusion. It's one or the other. Or both. Somebody thought about it and said, ah, whatever. But yeah, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Hey, check out our new great one. Yeah, you have a month to find it in the light on this one map. Just kidding. I'd be pissed. I'd be some kind of mad if I'd done all that work to set up, spent all that money. You know, you might have to reset a bunch of stuff anyway after a reset, right? Oh, if they're clocking me, then I might, well, want to shoot this beefalo. Is this him on the edge? I think so. Oh my god. Of course he is. Nope, that's him. Oh, don't lay down, you son of a gun. I hate shooting animals laying down. Has nothing to do with ethics. It's just their guts are so weird when they lay down. You don't always get what you'd think you'd get. My wind is not good for this situation as well. I'm just going to fling one in him. He's not a 5 or anything. So, I mean, I got a nice little spot like there, right there in the shoulder. But you see what I'm saying by the angle? I don't know if you can get like a straight up double lung on something like that. I got him though. Yeah, be mad, bro. Nope. Let's see if that white one. Yeah, it's a male. Sorry, just having a little fun. So let's talk about some other choices. Now, again, I know they're trying to make it so the game is less lagging. At least that's what I heard. You know, less animals and tracks in an area at the same time. Did you see me? I think you did. You know, less lag. And I'm all for making this game work for people who are having trouble like that. I have troubles like that. I had them on Parquet and Savannah for a long time, and they went away. And then they did the reset of all resets to fix everything, and now Parquet's broken. And they haven't done too much in Savannah. So let's talk about that aspect. So I had been not playing much Call of the Wild anyway. I just need a little break. I've been grinding and grinding at it, and you know, stuff happened. Then I had a little medical emergency and all these different things. And but I can tell you part of my hesitation, the reason that I was not in any big hurry, you know, to get back to the game. It's not that I don't enjoy the game or anything. It's just it seemed like a lot of work. Not just work as in work, but just also because the fun part of filling out those maps and going around and finding things for the first time, figuring out your different approaches to different areas. Where are you hunting feed and rest zones? Where are you hunting drink zones? You know, where am I going to set up my grind? All that stuff. It just kind of was like, ugh. And unfortunately, let's take Quattro Colinas. You know, my red deer grind was completely useless after the reset. Not just in that, you know, there were lakes now that had no red deer on them that had my setup for red deer, but also that they were in, there we go, yeah, you stand up, but also that they were in different zones, or different spots on the lakes and stuff that they had been on. Yeah, you move forward. There you go. That's a smart guy right there. And he looks bigger than the one I shot. Should I try to sneak it in his lung? I think I got him. Oh yeah, he's done. But it was slower. Well, I didn't see all the... Oh, that's bushes. It's like I didn't see all those guys down there. It's because they're bushes. So what I think was once a pretty effective hunting tool, uh, especially for grinding, is just not, it's not available anymore. Light gray, interesting. I'm still, you can tell. I'm still learning. I don't know. What's a good color anymore. What's common, uncommon, rare? I mean, I know what rare is, but let's get you a little bit of cash in the pocket. Run over here for a minute. Then I'm gonna work my way this way. So let's talk about the animals that have lost drink zones. Oh, let me finish that red deer thought. So I just completely gave up on my grind in Quattro. I picked everything up and moved it to Tijuana, where it just seems to make so much more sense now. I would say, to me at least, it's the easiest place to have a red deer grind. It might be because of my map, I don't know. The way it's set up, where they're at. But for me, it was a no-brainer. As soon as I finished scouting out what I wanted on Tijuana, I said, nah. And this is after I had played Quattro, after its second reset. Let's not forget that. So I'd set up my red deer grind once. Then they reset twice. And then they reset again. Started building up my third one, but I said, let me go look at all these animals. And after I looked around, and I was unimpressed. It's just not the map it used to be at all. Now, one of the things that I really enjoyed about that map, and I understand that I knew this was coming and I was going to lose that aspect, was that from like 6 to like noon, basically, you could pretty much hunt every single animal on the water. It was roe deer and the red deer, I think, had the exact same drink time. And then the ibex would come on basically towards, I think it was used to be towards the end of like the red deer, roe deer. But they were all on at the same time. And you could get attacked by wolves at any point, right? And what else is on that map? Rabbits. Rabbits are always running around. So basically, at any time, you could have everything on a lake. And I really liked that. I really thought it was fun, and I didn't have any lag or any problems. It was a great map for me to level up my shorter ranged weapons, pistol, shotgun, bow, right? And it was one of my favorite maps. It was a contender for #1. Absolutely. I've really had a hard time nailing down my favorite map. There goes the bird, wherever it went. Yep. Birds. I'm not a fan of this wheel thing. It's screwing up. You can't switch like you used to be able to. I don't use the wheel in my menu at all. I just go back to the old one. I was excited about it when they were talking about it, but now that I've seen it function, I am unimpressed. So yeah, Quattro has been neutered in my mind. You've got everything rolls out basically one at a time on the water. So you're going to have your red deer, then your roe deer, then your ibex. I don't even think there's crossover. It's a pretty looking. It's a 4 too. You know, like a 30-minute crossover. Like on here, the sheep and the mule deer are on at the same time for like half an hour or something like that. Half an hour. The pronghorn, I guess, has some crossover into like the bear time. And of course, you know, they'll have animals coming in as other animals are leaving. But it just feels dead to me now, that map. It's just so boring and quiet. And yeah, I mean, sure, I can hunt red deer. I don't have to have anything else in the way. I don't even have any distractions. I don't even know if wolves are really a problem. I didn't have any while I was doing it. Wolf attacks, as it were. Lost my dude there for a minute. Alright, well, I'm far enough away. Let's see. I'm gonna run over here. But, I mean, I'm not saying I won't go. I like hunting ibex. The Iberian wolves are alright, you know. I actually used to find them. I just don't care about wolves and stuff like that. Being attacked in the middle of my video game of hunting, whatever. If I shoot a bear and it comes after me, I get it. If you come across a mountain lion in the middle of the woods and it's just y'all two, I get it. And I feel like it changed after the first reset. But to me, the way the wolves worked on Quattro compared to the way they worked on the Yukon were just completely different things. Completely different things. In the Yukon, it made sense. They have their area. You could go hunt them. You can find them like that. You don't have to hunt them on the water. You can find them wandering around in the burnt woods in packs. It was amazing. And they could get you in other places. But they tended to seem to hang out in their range, which again, oh, I don't know, kind of makes sense. Oh, let me see if I click on it again. It'll fix itself. Yeah. Nope. Every now and then when I click on a track, everything gets laggy. He's laying down. You son of a gun. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Terrible angle, too. I don't think I want to go any further. Yeah, nice set of horns. I mean, look at this mess. I could shoot him in the guts for sure. I guess I'm going to try to see if I can get his heart at this angle. Maybe right about... Nope. So, no lung, no heart on that for sure. Man, he is getting it. He is getting it. Shot a tree for sure. That tree is dead, y'all. Killed it! But that's why I hate laying down shots. You just don't really know where their guts are. However, a 308 round to the chest, I'm surprised he got up and ran away. And it wasn't like a 300-yard shot or anything. There we go. Alright, so let's pick a different thing that's irritating me. And that is the loss of drink zones for certain animals. So on this map, the mountain goats no longer have a drink zone. Yay! Which means, well, what I thought it would mean was that you're not going to be able to find them in the same places that you used to, right? Nope. They're in the exact same places they used to be. They just don't hang out in the water. They just eat and rest around there. Same place. If I want to go find mountain goats, I go to the same 2 lakes that I used to go look for mountain goats. Just look around the lakes. Whenever their other time is. Alright, is this thing dead yet? Yeah. But once again, now you got to figure out when they eat, when they sleep. Do they have multiple feed and drink rest times? Because they're not eating. Come on, dummy. They're not eating for 12 hours and sleeping for 12 hours. Right? Like, we know that. Well, you can hunt them from 8 to midnight in the feed zone. They'll be standing in the exact same feed zone from 8 to 12. And then from 12 to 8 in the morning, you'll be able to find them resting in the exact same rest zone for the whole evening. No. And the thing is, it's not like, I feel like they're like, what a bunch of wimpy players, man. You know, broaden your spectrum, man. You gotta get out there and get them in those feed and rest zones. That's why we put those feed and rest zones on the maps. You guys don't hunt those like we want you to. You guys are always doing the water stuff. That's what it feels like, honestly. You get out there and you guys, all you do is just set up tripods on the shore, and then that's all you do. And then we put all these animals. It's not like we don't hunt the animals in other zones. But especially if you were... It just makes sense to have animals have a little bit of continuity at some point in some way. Yep, look at that. Just missed every single... Look, everything. Just everything. But it did kill him like it should have. So we'll take that at least. Oh, give myself a direction, I suppose. I'm gonna head out to that road. Oh yeah, let's just go back to where this was. I have some really great feed zones and rest zones I hunt often. I have places that are like trails where animals, you know, walk back and forth on. I know all kinds of places to do. Lots of cool hunting. So I just feel like, but like I said, I feel like the attitude for that was just not, it wasn't for the players that have been playing. I think, like I said, it just feels like it came out of some, you know, it's like Bethesda. Like, you know, when Bethesda has a game that people bitch and cry about a lot, they'll put out a DLC that'll just murder the game. Oh, you want a Raider faction? Okay. Well, we'll add one into Fallout 4 for you guys, you jerks. You want the Raider faction? Here you go. But if you use them, it ruins the game. You can't even finish the main quest with certain people. You can't do certain things. But here you go. Be a Raider. I'm like, that was for real. That was for real. New World to me seemed like just an angry release. Oh, fine, here you go. Be a piece of shit. Go ruin the Commonwealth. Ruin your game if you want to. A bear? Oh, it's a bush. Got it though. 306 yards. I should take the shot. Oh, you guys coming in? I was gonna say you made a mistake. Let's try another chest cavity. Nope. If you walk, you know what? Bullshit. You better run. Fix that. God. Are y'all traveling or not? Come on, come on, come on, come on. God. Ugh. I'm trying to get a balance on a moving animal. Whatever. Anyway, so so the chamois are gone off Tijuana. They don't have a drink zone anymore. I have hardly found any. Just to be clear, good old liver saves the day. I mean, seriously, I've hunted that map. I moved my entire red deer grind over there, figured out how I wanted to place it, put it all up there. Believe me, I've been all over that map, and I've hardly seen any chamois. I couldn't tell you where they live. I don't know where they go. They certainly aren't even around the lakes that I used to find them on. I thought, well, maybe I'll luck out to some degree, if you want to call it that, like I did with the mountain goats, and be able to. They'll still be hanging around at least the same areas, but I haven't been able to find them. It's ridiculous. They might as well have just taken the whole species. Just take it off the map. You've got too many animals on your map. Take a species off. Just get rid of it. The people will be mad. Aren't they mad anyway? I'm mad. Well, how about slightly disgruntled? I don't know. There, way up there. Oh, I can't believe I got that zone. Are they antlers? You just call them antlers on deer? To me, those always look like more like horns, but I guess they're antlers. Pronghorn, I don't live in the Southwest United States. Never seen one. Don't know much about them. Anyway, I haven't hardly seen any, hardly found any, and same thing kind of with the mountain goats. I've seen a lot less than I used to when I used to know where they would be, and I could find them. So again, am I just a whiny little bitch who just doesn't my game used to be easier, now it's harder? Maybe a little bit, but also it just doesn't work as well as it used to. And like I said, just take the whole species. Take a species off. Like, take the rabbits off of Quattro. Nobody gives a No one cares about them rabbits. I love hunting rabbits in this game. Let me tell you what. I got So many rabbit trophies all over my trophy lodges. Alright, but yeah, it had been alright. Get rid of the mountain lions. Or better yet, reduce their numbers by a third at least. And don't give them a drink time. There's a thought. Because I can tell you what, if you didn't like the mountain lions before, and you found them frustrating and sometimes rage quit inducing, and you haven't been back here since, or you've never played this game and you've been thinking about it, I'll tell you what I would certainly have recommended as one of the most important maps, and a map that you should visit as soon as possible. Personally, I think the two best starter maps are Tijuana and Rancho. If you really want to just stick with the beginning weapons and don't want to download DLC and all that. As I say, I think they're down here right now. Yep. Let's kind of creep in and see if anybody else is around. I think it was just that one, isn't it? Plains bison, mule deer. Yeah, I think that was it. No, I was gonna say I bet I missed the zone. Another thing you remember when you first get on a new map is that you can look at a lake or a field or whatever, find 1 to 2 zones. I swear to God, if you come back, you got to come back and look some more. Sometimes they're just not there yet. Anyway, I hope you like playing. I hope you wanted to play a mountain lion hunting game, because that's what a lot of Silver Ridge has turned into. And please explain to me how mountain lions chase off bears. Because I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win in a bear mountain lion fight. I think you could have a definitely pretty badly wounded bear, but I think you're going to have a dead mountain lion if you bear gets his hands on it. Let's face it. Well, here's a 150-pound cat versus a 600-pound bear, 400-pound bear. Come on. Hell, I'd put my money on a 300-pound bear over a 200-pound mountain lion. That's a big mountain lion. No big monsters in here. Where else are they? Are they back to this one? I think they're back on this one too, right? Yeah. Alright, let's head up to this top of this hill. I'll have a look down. Oh, well. Maybe we'll see what that bear's up to. So, you know, I always feel like wandering around, especially on this map, produces a lot of shots, a lot of animals. There's tons of feed zones and rest zones. I never felt any real, major, I have to hunt these drink zones to get what I want. There's plenty of maps where hunting drink zones isn't even that productive. It's never been very good in Hirschfeld. I went up this way. Or did you come in this way? Yeah, you came in this way. All right. So you've got entire species plucked out of their drink zones. They just don't drink anymore. No one asked anybody what they thought about the species. Sorry about that. The old controller died. But let's say chamois your deal. You know, what do you do now? Springbok, right? They don't drink anymore. Again, you can find tons of them out in the fields. I'm not saying that's not the thing. You just can't. I don't think any great one species should either, they should drink during the daytime, or at least, like, let's say you go to moose, right, as the next great one, and let's say you don't have the moose all drink at night. Let's do that. Or spread it around. It's okay for moose to drink at 5 o'clock in the morning on this map, 1 o'clock in the afternoon on another map, and 8 o'clock at night on another. Unless it's too hard for your game engine. Is that the problem? And then you're making it really actually easier because of your player base and your thinking? Or are you just making it easier for yourself? Maybe giving yourself some more room, space to put more stuff in? I don't know. I'm not a programmer. I have no idea. There's a nice one. And another zone. I mean, my wind just sucks, so kind of doesn't really matter on these. I don't even see anybody. There we go. Ladies, I like this dark one here. There's a big one. Well, bigger. Yeah, I see another. Oh, they're all in here. Okay. Ooh, what are you? Not you. No. There we go. That's another not a very big one. Put this one over here. Kind of looks chunky. The one behind you. Yeah, why are y'all protecting this one? 3. Another 3. About 70 yards. So I feel it. We made changes to your game, bud. We understand that you're upset. And yeah, that's part of it. I'm just not sure the changes. Again, I just don't think they were best for the player base. And again, I mentioned this the other day, you're setting up a situation where you're going to have a divide between your players. There's always some of that in the game, you know. I feel your older players are going to have a bit of a different view or feel about the game. They might feel a little entitled. Look at it. I knew it. I knew it. I hate this game. They always turn directly at you now. I don't even care. Done. Spawn. You want to come have some problems about it, mister? You know, because you're going to have people who are learning. They're just going to learn to hunt in the feed zones and the rest zones. They'll come up with their own solutions and patterns, I'm sure. And maybe the developers will get what they want. They'll see people using the hunting ponds a bit more. Maybe, you know, definitely see more tree stands, I would think. They really want us to use those blinds, though, don't they? Make them better. Maybe we will. Ooh, look at that brain shot, baby. I thought it was fine. We dropped that fool. Done deal. Oh, they're already back. Oh, hi. Thought you might go away a little longer. Let's go try to get a look at these guys. This big fatty over here. He's 3. Yeah. You are... Nope. Nope. Yep. Nope. Where'd he go? Is that him? There's a 2. 2. So that's him. There he is. Wow, that's way farther than I thought. Oh, oh, we're gonna get killed. We probably gonna get killed real bad. But I kinda want to shoot him anyway. Oh, I can't believe I'm getting to hang out like right here with him. I'm gonna take a shot on him. Nice. We are in trouble. Get up. Run. Run. See, I'm trying to switch weapons, but it doesn't work as fast as it used to. Alright. Who is it, buddy? He's got an attitude. You got an attitude? You do. Still got an attitude? Oh, I'm out of bullets. I should have reloaded before I got in this way, huh? Where are you at? You dead yet? Yeah, you're about to be. Okay. Well, that wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but whatever. It's exciting. I could use a little bit of that today. Bright pink. It's a little spread out. Heart. Heart with a 600 grain bow. Yeah, he dropped all right. Looks like the first shot was a... Ooh. First one is in the head. I'm saying, you know, don't charge me. Alright, I'll take that little pile of cash. Aren't these bison? Yeah. Pretty far to get to. Yeah. Too much pressure. These are crazy far apart. Is there really only one zone on this? That can't be right. It just can't be right. I just must not finished. It's just so far away. But I feel like Silver Ridge, it's not as bad as Quattro. Like Quattro, I don't want to say this. It's not ruined for me, but it is not the experience that it used to be, for sure. Not for me. And I will definitely hunt there less. Silver Ridge. I wanted to prove to myself, and that's what this is, sort of. I just wanted to pick a time. I picked 6 o'clock in the morning, and I wanted to go walk around. Does Silver Ridge still have that? And yeah, it still has that. Will I eventually take the time and start digging in these woods looking for bears? Yep. I got a bear feed or rest zone earlier. I'll look for them out on the plains when and where I can. You don't really see them out there. Usually if you do, they're on their way to somewhere else. They're just passing through. There's a lot of other little things too, like the animals hopping around when you shoot them. Man, that's a really nice rat. Jumping in the water, and like disappearing, then popping back in. That is a crazy rat for this guy. Oh, that was a bad shot. No, I got him. I got him. Woo, that was lucky. He was a little closer. Now that I think about it, so maybe coming down didn't, well, obviously it didn't wreck the shot, but kind of saved me. Anybody else? Get that gun up. Yeah. And he's in a bush. There you go. Pretty impressive, I'd say. Definitely a gold. Getting up there, not bad. Just a straight long shot. Got him. I really thought I blew it. Thought I shot him in the leg. Let's take a peek over this hill real quick. I think this is an area I've already been in. Yeah. Anybody down there? Yeah, alright, let's hurry up. Back to it. I had a plan at one point. Where was it? This way. Anyway, I just think that, yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, it's this sort of division. But I also think you're going to have people who get frustrated so much faster. It might just, I guess you'll get your $20 or whatever you're charging for a bundle at this point or something, but Lane Lakes is a mess too. One of my kids is headed over to Grandma's house. They were just texting me. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know. You're gonna get people buying all these DLCs and gun packs and all the stuff you want them to do. Okay. What stuck around? I don't know, buddy. Maybe they'll run by me. And again, like I said, this map is pretty kind of famous for the amount of feed and rest zones and being able to hunt them pretty easily. But I still think it's just making your great one and anyway. I'm perplexed, confused. Oh, I'm running right to the shore. Well, I already ran this far. I guess yeah, we'll get out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It feels like maybe, and this does happen in this industry and this type of thing. I've sort of experienced that on another game. In fact, that's a good thing to bring up, and I'll bring that up right now. The Long Dark, right? The Long Dark development team, fantastic game, by the way. If you've never played it, it's a hunting survival game. Well, it's really more of a survival game with hunting, but I really enjoy it. I play tons and tons of it, and when they made that game, it's all about the story mode for the creators, for the developers. They wanted to get the game out there, and they wanted to get people playing, to continue playing, and to stay interested. So in other words, you play the story mode once, you know, and they've only got one chapter out. It's going to get boring real quick. And if it's like 6-7 months before your next chapter comes out, you know, sales are going to fall off, people are going to forget, etc. So what they did was they added survival mode. That's right. You could play the same maps and some of the same stuff from the first chapter, and you could do that in survival mode. So it's kind of like a little gift, you know, a little something, and a little advertising, a little way to keep your player base involved in the game. I thought it was a good idea. But the developers are kind of pissy about it, if I'm being honest. Because now this game is a story game. What they think, I know they think it's a really good story. It's not. But they really want you to be into that story and that like really be the main game. So they've always sort of developed it as it's like two different games. And so when let's say they add something to the story mode, well, your game's all weird and wrecked because they got to figure out how to get it into survival mode. Or if they want to add a little something for the survival players, they got to figure out how to get that to work with like the story mode eventually. Where? I mean, are there really? I just can't see that far. We'll run around. Just run around the lake, pizza. Look at all these. Yeah, see, there's something right here. Elk. Wow. I guess it's only been 3 hours, but that's my point right there. Like I did these lakes, man. And there are zones popping up. There's something over there. Something just. I don't know what it was. It wasn't a buffalo. Where'd you go? Maybe I saw a rock move. So as just a general hint, run your lakes multiple times for those animals and other animals. The same thing happens with feed zones too. Like you'll wander in the field, and a lot of times I'll find animals on hunting stands or whatever that I put up. This is a crap lake. It's really hard to see. So, yeah, I think I just saw some rocks. But it just leaves me wondering, you know, how... Oh, well, let me finish that. So the Long Dark, so I was saying. So they really wanted to make this story-based game, but they released the survivor mode to keep the player base interested, right? And it's been a hard time, and it can be very difficult when they institute any changes into the game. It causes a lot of bugs and crashing and all kinds of issues because it's, like I said, it's like two games coming from the same game. I don't really know how to explain it. But what they decided to do, instead of like correct their players, as it were, you know, you're not playing it right. Yeah, it's not supposed to be a survival game. I mean, it's supposed to be a story game. What they've decided to do, what is it for? Is actually treat it almost like two separate games. And so there'll be changes in survivor mode that won't have anything to do with the story. There'll be changes in the story that'll have nothing to do with survivor mode. They're going to start releasing some DLC. They haven't been a company that's really done that. They just, it's a weird, you should check it out. Like, here's a zone right here. I wonder if it's another elk zone. I wonder if I missed this lake for elk. I must have not come here for elk. That's weird. Well, one of the nice things is that you can get their zones, you know, it's almost 4 hours right now after they were in here, so usually I'd say 2 to 3 hours after they go off their zone. But I'll have to come up here and look for the elk again. Alright, well, I don't think there's any more beefaloes. These guys rendered out. Oh, no, they didn't. Look at that. 4 is my big boy. So they've actively said, listen, we know that we have this part of our player base that really enjoys this part of the game. We don't want to like take that away or anything. That it would be financial suicide as well, because I'm sure they have way more survival players than they do people that are in the story mode. Again, it's more about replayability. Spray that. There he is. Yeah, I mean, I was hoping to try to pluck on him before he went out of render, but try to take a really long shot. I don't think that's going to happen. But instead of being mad and trying to correct their player base and forcing people into a situation they don't want to be in, they just split the game into 2 parts and are acknowledging that, yes, this is a game that has 2 different things going on. I prefer the survival mode. I think the story is dumb, boring, repetitive. One of the actors is not that great. You know, it is what it is, sort of things. Let's change the range there. Alright, come down. I think that was a little high. Oh, I got him. Never mind. So, they changed what they were going to do. They adapted to what their player base was interested in doing. They accepted the fact that, you know, we got people that love the story and we got people that love survival. But the people that love the story also play survival. And like I said, when there's months, even a year, in between any kind of changes or up, there's another 4. He is out there, dudes. Maybe I kind of want to take a really long shot. I got excited about that on that other one and then didn't happen. The only problem is this is a big old beast. So getting the right kind of placement is not going to be quite as easy as you might think. It's not like just holding it over the spine of a mule deer. I can't get the bounce to work with me right now. That looked like a long hit to me. No. Guess not. Let's see if we can get another one. Let's try. That got him. Alright. Or at least it's going down now. Yeah, he's down. Fair. If we gonna do this, I just want to let you know. Wait, where's that first one? Oh, wow. Maybe what I thought was that second one down was the first one down. It's way further down the shore than I thought. It was a pretty long shot, Pizza. Yeah. So my point is, I feel like with oh shoot, he's right there. Where I feel like in the long dark, they took that thinking into their fans into consideration. Here, like I said, it almost seems like a punishment. You're not playing our game right. It happens, man. I love Fallout games. Been playing Fallout games for a long time. I happen to love one of the things that a lot of people don't. I mean, you see a lot of videos on it, but it's not the way a lot of people like to play, I guess. Shut up. Silver's number one, I think. Silver. This is your 3. Did I shoot the wrong one? Maybe. Thought I shot 2 4s. Wait, what's the freshman light? No, it's 2. Well, come on, dummy. You couldn't act right. You had to sit down. Yeah, I thought the other one was a little further this way. Earn your paycheck, dude. I do, though. I really think that by putting the bears at night and putting a great one only at night for hunting on the water, that's really a dick move. And I really do think it's because they're pissy about it. Because people set up grinds pretty much only on the water. Well, what happened? Oh, we lunged you. Man, I'm not getting crap on. Oh, I used the 308. Shoot. It would have been gold. That's alright, though. Dead beefalo means respawns. What's the time? Noon. Where do they go off? Noon? 1? Noon? Yeah. I hear you. I think these are bison too, right? Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's just like I really get this sort of angsty, angry attitude at the players here that we're not playing it right. You know, you need to. We gave you all those hunting blinds, and what about all the tree stands, and you know. And again, you're talking about an animal, a great one that has a particular look to it. It's not just, you know, they come in different colors, varieties, and all that stuff. You're not gonna be able to tell what you get until you walk up on it and put your flashlight on it, and that is not cool. Oh, unless you see them running around and you're hunting the feed zones. You see what I'm saying? I'm a little sick of this trend lately in media, period. Television, movies, music, everything. The fans just don't really know what's good. Their favorite, what they think their favorite IP isn't really the way we want to present it. We're going to present it the right way. You know what I mean? That's just... You get that feeling from a lot of things lately. I'm not opposed to new stuff. That's the thing, you know. I'm all for it. But did you make the changes because it's easier to have bears on all at the same time? Did you make the changes so it's easier because it's easier for your game if all the you know, moose all drink at the same time? Because that's what it seems like to me. It would seem like it would make things a little easier on your engine if everything kind of did what it was supposed to do on the maps at the same time. I don't really know. Like I said, I'm not a programmer. I don't know how that stuff works. Just kind of makes sense. But again, you know, it just makes me wonder, what is that? Isn't that a weird looking? Interesting. The big boy, the one I think is the male, I can't really get a lock on. Let's make sure we have the right rifle in our hand this time, in case we decide to do something. Nope. Come down, give me a little light. It's not going to tell me, that's fine. Let's just run over here. Now this used to be one of my favorite spots. I'd come here in the morning and I would sit here all day in this stand. Get all 15 of my kills. Easy. And it mule deer, pronghorn, buffalo, and black bear. You could shoot them all from this stand. You'd have a few spaces where there wasn't a lot going on. I don't really know how good it is anymore. Because so the reason I'm saying all this is because I'm trying to make the changes they made make sense in my mind. Still just that one out there. Yeah, I feel like the render distance has changed too. That's probably just the thing. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm frustrated by a lot of the changes. I don't feel like some of the maps are just as great and as fun as they used to be. Uh, I don't mind, you know, like I said, I do tons of hunting and feed and drink zones. I just don't really understand the thinking, I guess, behind it. Especially the bears thing. Just why would you put a species on only one time at night, only on any map for a drink zone? It just seems, like I said, it's calculated. You know what I mean? The fact that you had like 30 days to do it in the daylight, so everybody could have videos of their great ones when they first got their great ones in the daylight, so they could show those videos and get people pumped and excited because they use content providers to get people into the game. You know why I started playing Call of the Wild? I was like, I want to play a hunting game, something not too serious I can just go have fun at that looks good and do some shooting. And I watched videos on YouTube until I heard about this game called Call of the Wild, and I started watching videos, and I thought, oh yeah, maybe I'll do this, right? And I saw these. If they had been trying to show me all this stuff in the dark with their total shit night vision package, dude, I don't know that I'd ever pick this game up. Why aren't they in this back corner? I'm completely confused. Yeah, nothing. Oh, I didn't reset the time. Oh, no, I did. Oh, they started at 8:30. However, they should still be here. I guess they're in the reeds. So they managed to get it so they could have all that video footage of all those YouTubers and Twitchers getting all those great ones in the daytime. on Silver Ridge Peaks. And why did they come to Silver Ridge Peaks? So they wouldn't have to do it in the nighttime. Yeah. I don't remember seeing any YouTubers showing off their Great One grind at night during those first few weeks. Nobody. Nothing. At all. Oh, they're way over there. I see them now. Wow, I'm really hallucinating animals today. But I can tell you I saw a lot of videos of people grinding for that Great One Blackberry in the daytime, and I saw all kinds of beautiful, shiny, shiny daytime pictures. It's like the zone isn't lit up. Not that I could see it in here. I'm really confused. Plains Bison. 8:30 to 12. It's 11 o'clock. I didn't like fast travel so too close, and like it's not like they can't render in. But there's not even markers for them. I've had this happen too before on a map that's reset or a new map. Where I'll find a zone and I will, that's it. I found a zone. There's no animals in it. And for something like that, that's annoying and frustrating, but I mean, that just happens in video games sometimes, right? Something gets weird. But like I said, I don't know. All I can tell you so far is that Tijuana is still the bomb. Though I can't find any chamois, and I'm having a hard time finding turkeys. Whatever. Is this guy still in here? Yeah, this guy's still in here. I guess I should have checked. I mean, no, again, there was no zone markers, no tracks, no nothing. Yeah, buddy, I know. Where'd he go? There they are. They're right beside me. Oh, I couldn't tell. I don't think I had him. Yeah. So, it's not like I'm going to quit playing Call of the Wild. It's not like I won't play on Silver Ridge. But I don't think I'll be playing as often. Or as often here. Which is going to lead me to another point I'd like to make. And the kick was outrageous. I think I got him though. Huh. Maybe it was a bad shot. Maybe I didn't. Just. So, last point. If you'll go back for the last few weeks, ever since the first big reset, yeah, I didn't hit him. And then Silver Ridge reset, and I want you to look at just how much content has been being put out since then. From YouTubers that usually put out a fair amount of content. Like daily videos, right? You're going to see in the last few weeks, not only it drop off, but practically disappear. Call the Wild YouTube content, mainly is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think I shot him after he already started to die. Although I might have hit the dirt. I'm ranged at 164. Yeah, I didn't hit him with that second one. But that first one, baby! Nice little run shot. Come here. But the content was nowhere to be found. So not only, and I don't know if this was planned, but it sure worked out well in my thinking. A new hunting game came out right when everybody would have to go back in to the same old maps, go around and look at their favorite spot that they used to have a tree stand on being completely useless, trying to figure out whether their grind that they have set up, can you keep a third of it, half of it, less, more, where you're going to move new stuff, etc. I tell you what, people got in, banged out those great one black bears, and then disappeared again. And I'm going to tell you why. They're playing Way of the Hunter. And they've been playing Way of the Hunter pretty much since the reset and that game coming out. It's buggy. It's got all kinds of weirdness that I'm not interested in, personally. One of my favorite things about Call of the Wild is animals don't grow up. They just are what they are. I don't like this growing up system trying to maintain, watch, and try to figure out which stupid... That's a pretty buffalo. Animal, you don't want to hunt. I don't know if there's predation on the map. but I'm assuming there is. So with that in mind, you could be babying this thing forever. There. A 1. That's a chunky looking one, isn't it? See, then you gotta decide, well, I should let this guy grow up, so he'll become a big guy, right? I don't want to do that. I don't want to think that hard. I want to come shoot animals. Is that a miss? What's happening? Oh, God. Is Kevin still coming to kill me? I think so. Oh, yeah, there he is. He's got a vendetta. Oh, I did shoot him. Poor Kevin. Bye, Kevin. I got one on each side. Let's go get this one out in the middle. Away from all these other beefaloes. Is that one still... What are you guys doing? And knuckleheads? Alright, we'll go this way then. But yeah, you're going to see people who put 3 to 5 Call of the Wild videos out a week. And some people who did 1 or 2 just gone. And I've seen a few in the, like I said, it's been, I don't know, about a month, I guess. Maybe more. But I don't, when I go to Call of the Wild and look for stuff, it's nothing compared to like it used to be. Just even a couple months ago. I used the wrong ammo again. Oh, I shot him 3 times. They're not even like, I see people doing a little bit of grinding. And I see people out there, doing some sort of specialized type videos. Looking for something in particular. Rares and diamonds or whatever. But yeah, just overall, if you know the community, if you watch, if you pay attention, then you probably notice the drop. If you're someone like me that really enjoys watching hunting videos, I like survival game videos, hunting videos, building type game videos. Ooh, hey buddy. You don't even have a big as estimate as that other one I shot. What's the pressure looking like? Alright. We'll put one in this dude right here. If I can. Oh, here it's... Wait, am I up or down? There we go. No. There we go. Where'd we go? Oh. Yeah. Oh, pizza! What are you doing today? Usually I'm a nut running around reloading all the time like I'm in a shooting game, but thanks for the cash. But yeah, you just, you know, go look at, go watch some Way of the Hunter videos. I think they got frustrated doing that too, I think, because it's been buggy and having some issues. So I think that's kind of why you see some people coming back. And maybe it'll pick up some, and you know, I'm sure it'll provide some interesting content as people go around trying to figure out where stuff is and what they need to do. But I have heard something that actually makes me kind of happy. And it might sound weird to some folks, but to me, I think it's a good sign and something that's been necessary. And I feel like a lot of content providers, I mentioned this before, must feel kind of how much do you want to trash a game, one, that you love? Oh, what are you doing out here? Seriously, what are you doing out here? You know, one that you gain money from, you know, you're using this to, as your income. It's that saying, you know, you don't want to bite the hand that feeds. What is this crazy elk doing? You know what I mean? And, you know, if I had money coming in, I don't know what my filter would be, but I can genuinely say that when there's been some hiccups, bumps, issues, it's usually taken pretty well from the community, I think. And recede with the kind of, well, you know, alright, you know, yeah, this sucks, but we're getting this, you know. And even when the changes don't even seem like all that great or beneficial, you know, we'll try to make it work. Alright, well, I'm going to take this piece of crap pistol out and go see what I can get with it. And show you guys how to make it somewhat useful. Alright. But happily, I think, there's been a bit less of that. And people are actually, I won't name names or anything, but I do, people I watch on a regular basis, people I follow, people I, you know, are a little pissed, and they're not keeping it that close to the cuff right now. They're letting them know. Asking questions like, you know, is this weapons pack worth it? You know, well, definitely you're hearing about the bears. People are pissed about the bears. So, you know, is this breaking the game? Is this the future? You know, why are again? How are you supposed to make videos with everything at night and on a game where you can't see anything at night? And the night vision is a garbage. Oh, I think I saw it. Ooh. Yeah. So all I can say is, I mean, so here's my map so far. I've gotten a bunch of mule deer, a bunch of bison, a bunch of elk zones. I picked up a few like pronghorn drink zones or whatever, some leftover drink zones from other animals. But you know, I don't have a ton of turkeys yet. I know you got to get around and do that. That's not a big deal. The mountain goats, like I said, they seem so far to be in the basic area that they were when they had drink zones. So just figuring out when and where to find them would be more of the prerogative for those. But I'm thinking I'm gonna go look for a different map. You know, Reventuli, I guess I could go back there. I didn't really do it justice. Honestly, I just didn't think it was that great of a map. I don't think anybody did. The birds were broken when it came out. I don't know how they're working now. Because honestly, I got tired of these birds flying around in circles. Not showing up where they were supposed to be and all this issues. And that's what that map was for, birds, believe it. It's not the moose. I mean, it might be. Shot him in the guts. There we go. Why am I ducking now? Put your scope back on. I didn't even think about the pressure. We're out in the middle of nowhere, good. Sorry, buddy, just, you know. Yeah, ooh, yeah, right in the booty. That next one did it, though. Double lunged. I don't feel like fooling it. Honestly, any of the... And again, maybe it's different. I'll give it a shot. But pheasant, quail, any of the birds you gotta, like, scare up and shoot in the air. I'm not very good at shooting in this game. I don't really think it's a very good mechanic. Generally the way it works either. So, I mean... It might be better. Oh, you guys are headed somewhere. Ooh. There we go. Going to have a rest. Look at them all laying down side to side like that. I don't think I've ever seen that many laid down in a perfect little group like that. Too hilarious. Anyway. So I don't know. Yeah, you know, I should probably go to Reventuli, do some moose hunting and look around. finish that map. I mean, obviously I want to go back to TOR because it works. It's a good map. It's still fun. Yeah, the chamois, that's kind of annoying, but I did hunt them a fair amount, but you know, I don't consider it a monster loss. The devil goat sheep thing, whatever that thing is. Oh. Boom. Got another. That's a ton of buffalo. They all kind of suck, though. So I don't know, maybe Rancho. I'd like to go back to Parquet, but after the first set of resets, it was laggy. It just I couldn't play there. It had basically turned back into the crap map that it used to be. After they did the red one, or the great one, Red Deer, Parquet and Savannah started working for me. After they did the big reset, it's broken again. But yeah, if you want to, like I said, go look out there. You're going to see a vast difference in the amount of content on Call of the Wild in the last few weeks. You could blame some of that on the introduction of a new hunting game. But I think you had so many people go to that game. And I think they're going to stick with that game too. I mean, not only is it smart to diversify and have, you know, even more stuff to put on your channel, obviously. I just think people are going to kind of start slipping away from this game. And I think it's a real shame. Because, like I said, I bought this game as sort of like... I've been playing some hardcore role-playing and survival games. I just wanted to wander around and shoot stuff, man. Enjoy my time out in the woods. I had no idea how much I would like this game or end up investing in this game. I think it's getting a little late in the day to be doing what I'm doing now. I should probably come back in the same area in the morning, which should be behind where I started, actually. Yeah, so I started this and then came all the way up through here. So, alright, I'm back down that back area. Okay. Anyway, yeah, these woods right here, good place to find all kinds of stuff. It's almost like a good pathway, game trail. Oh, wait. Nope. But anyway, you know, and like I said, I ended up taking this game pretty seriously at a certain point. It's always been fun. It's always good to come to. And like I said, I can just come here and wander around like I'm doing. I can do that on pretty much any map. This is one of the best maps for it, I always thought. Well, go on then. Beat it. Scooch. All I know is that I'm not any kind of a young dude, and I found the game through YouTube. I started liking the content providers, soaking in some of their enthusiasm for the game, and I'm not, that's why I paid the money for it. That's why I bought the big bundle. That's why I got some DLC right off the bat. And I think, like I said, just overall, you're not going to see quite as many Call of the Wild videos. I mean, I'm sure when things get released or rolled out, you'll see some of these guys coming back in. You know, new map comes in, you might get a month's worth of content. And then I think they're going to start shying off again. I don't know. And like I said, for me, the big issue was going back to all these maps I've already done all the work on and having to do all the work again. And not, you know, possibly having a worse situation than what I had before. Yeah, I need to come back earlier. But like I said, I am glad and proud, sort of, you know, of the YouTubers I watch. You don't really, it's like being proud of a football team. You didn't really do anything, but hey, say something. Say something. Even if it doesn't really matter, whatever, just let it be known. I'm glad I'm hearing some griping. I'm glad I'm hearing a little bit of bitching. I'm glad about people kind of being like, this sucks. I spent all this time work and effort, and again, I get you want to make the game less laggy and more playable for some of your other players, and that makes sense. I just think there were ways to do it that, they're just not getting it. They just didn't hit it right. Take that shit off of my whoever keeps you commenting this crap ass bullshit, you get off of my feed. You hear me? I will find out ways to get you banned or put out of here. I don't know how, but I am the kind of guy that can find out how. I don't know if this is like a little computer bot or you're a person putting this shit on my feed, but you stop it. You understand? I will find a way. Sex crap on the comments. Shit, man. Ugh! Stuff makes me very angry. Anyway, and the thing is, it happened like when I first started broadcasting, right? I was like, man, where are these? How does this even happen? And then it was like a couple weeks ago, one showed up. One showed up the other day too. Random ass. Come find love on the best dating site. That's what you think people watching Call of the Wild videos are your target audience? You're an idiot, first of all. Second of all, I'm sure it's just some computer thing that randomly plops shit in, but man, that makes me mad. I want a PC. Anywho, So, keep that garbage off my feed. Young people got enough problems having to deal with that crap. So, sorry, I have the comments turned off as far as what you can see if you're probably watching this on the way I got it showing right now. But somebody wanted to advertise their dating site. That is not something I would ever endorse. Those things are terrible. They get people addicted to things like sex and things like, misogyny, and just most of it's crap. There's not really people on there. There's like, 3,000 dudes and like no actual females on the entire site. Uh, it Go meet someone. But yeah, I just really want to drag this crap, these people, this stuff, these sex sites and all these dating sites and all that crap. It wrecks people's lives, man. People end up cheating on good people because they think they can get away with it, and they're just stupid people who don't know how to be gigolos or whatever they think they are. Uh, and that's has no. I said gigolo, but I'm just saying, men, women. It's no. Foster grown-up relationships with real people. Uh, Take your time to get to know someone. Uh, Analyze what your needs, desires, wants are. Analyze whether you can help uh, the person you're interested in with their lives. What they can contribute. Is it fair and even? You see what I'm saying? That's what you need to think about when you're going into a relationship, not swiping. And look, I am a grown ass man. You want to hook up and do your own thing? That's, whatever. Do you. But yeah, these weird ass dating sites and all that crap, all these little sex sites and everything that mess people up for their entire lives, avoid that crap. Don't ever go to any of those sites. Don't you ever go to any of those sites. You just don't need to. You know? You just don't need to. It's like, listen, drugs are, again, I'm a grown ass man. I know people that can drink and do drugs and do things, and it doesn't affect their lives. They're not addicted. They don't get addicted. They're not alcoholics. They party. They have some fun. They do whatever they want on occasion, and they just move on. They have regular lives. That's not everybody. That's like most people. Uh, you know, Different things affect people differently, and so what might impact you might be more so. Anyway, stay away from that crap. Well, some crap that somebody lists on a YouTuber's channel. You're really weak. Your sad, pathetic little website is just embarrassing because you went on to somebody that has 15 subscribers, right? My biggest viewed video is like 85 views, and probably like 6 of those are me, right? And then my next biggest viewed video is like 35 views, and that's just accrued over time because it's a really good video. People still occasionally watch it, but that's it. Most of my videos get 0 to 3 to 5 views. I'm comfortable with that. I'd like to see 500 or 5,000 or 50,000 and all that stuff that people get. It'd be great. And if you stuck one of your little porno craps on one of their websites, they'd have a moderator, first of all, that would get rid of it. Second of all, it almost makes sense. And again, I know it's some stupid little bot doing its little bot bitch thing, but your company is garbage. Your CEO is a crushingly, depressingly sad, tiny individual. And anyone that works for them and puts this stuff out, you are really what's bringing down Western civilization as a whole. You understand? You are trash. And you're embarrassingly bad at your job. So, I'm not thinking you're a millionaire, buddy. And the little guy that had designed the little program who sneaked this crap in, and I'm sure it shows up on all kinds of people's feeds. You're not making that much money either, are you? Nope. Rant over. Back to the other rant. So I really think that Call of the Wild has made a weird decision. I think that, like I said, and in my opinion, they're pissed at their fan base, at their player base, I mean, and they want to push you off the water. They want to make it kind of boring or even too easy. You know what I mean? Only red deer on the water at this time. That's great for my grind. Boring for the map. I don't know. Like I said, you find out for yourselves, do your own research, figure things out. Always, always do your research, people. And then, like I said, you're going to see, I mean, a lot of content. Folks are doing other things, playing other games, playing this Way of the Hunter game. And what they are putting out in Call of the Wild seems pretty specific and less wide-ranging than they used to. Less series-like and more like, here, I'm going to do a video for Call of the Wild. Got to get that done today. So, yeah. 2 examples. Long Dark. Kind of pissy about it, but they took it on the chin and decided, hey, we got people that really like, we got the majority of our players ended up liking the survival mode more than our story mode. So we're going to focus on 2 different things. You know, we'll have our story game. That's our baby. We love it. You know, it's like Bethesda and Skyrim or Elder Scrolls. But we got, they understood that by changing this or getting rid of it or trying to neuter it or nerf it to a point where it just wasn't viable, they were going to lose a lot of players. People were going to stop making videos. New players aren't going to keep joining a game that's years old. And yes, it's growing, it's developing, they're adding to it. It's still an exciting game, just like Call of the Wild. But I don't feel like they tried to punish us. I think they just said, well, we missed the mark on trying to, you know, what we anticipated, what people wanted. So let's still put out what we want for those people that do love that aspect, but give the people that are obviously loving this whole other piece of our game what they want. Maybe it's some kind of system where you can change up zone times. If you can put the lag on your, if you're playing on some nice PC that can deal with the, you know, you never had a lag day in your life, well, you know, maybe you can choose to have everything on that you want. Maybe you can go back to the old way, like Steam, you know, when you play the old version. I don't know. Just thought. Alright, well, if you happen to catch this, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And if you see this at a later time or date, thanks for watching. I hope you guys are having a good day. Thank you for putting up with my little rant there. Both of them. But like I said, I'm not trying to disparage this game. I love this game. I'm playing it. I got like 60 videos on my channel of it at least. And that's not going to go away. I'm just going to keep playing. But I think I'm going to be on different maps, looking for different things. And it's not that, it's not like I've been tilted in a way where it's like, oh, this opens up a whole nother aspect of the game for me, along with this aspect that I enjoy. It's, I have to pivot away from this stuff that I used to enjoy because I don't enjoy it quite as much anymore and search for something else in the game that I do. I don't think that's smart. So, there's my 2 cents. Y'all be good to each other.